Astro amigos. Welcome back to Astrology with Ninad. We have reached almost halfway through the year 2025, and what a year it has been. In this video, I am going to go over the monthly detailed horoscope prediction for the month of June 2025. Yes, you heard right. I am going to cover several major life areas ranging from career, health to marriage, business, travel, education, and much more. Before I get to the prediction part for all the 12 signs of the zodiac, let me quickly touch base on the major transits or any key transits happening this month. Starting with the king of planets, Sun. It will be for the first 15 days in the sign of Taurus, but then in the last couple of weeks, it will be transiting in the sign of Gemini. Then let's move over to Mars. Mars, the commander in chief of all the planets, will basically enter the friendly sign of Leo on June 5 and then will be there throughout the rest of the month. If we talk about Mercury, Mercury for the first 4 or 5 days will be in the sign of Taurus, then it will enter its own sign of Gemini, then it will keep transiting in Gemini till about June 22, after which it will enter the sign of Cancer. If we look at the planet Venus, which represents beauty, luxury, elegance, will basically be transiting in the sign of Aries all month long. If we look at Jupiter, the planet of wisdom, knowledge, Devguru Brihaspati is now going to be transiting all month long in the sign of Gemini. Saturn, Shanidev, the planet of justice, will be transiting all month long in the sign of Pisces. Rahu and Ketu, the north and the south node of the moon, will be transiting in the sign of Aquarius and Leo, respectively, all month long. Finally, we are left with the planet Moon. Moon is the fastest moving planet, so it will keep transiting very fast throughout the month. So these are the key placement and position of all the planets in the month of June 2025. My recommendation is to watch the prediction from your ascendant sign, which is known as the Lagna Rashi or rising sign, or even from your moon sign, which is the Chandra Rashi. Ascendant sign predictions have an impact on actual physical events in life, while moon sign predictions have an impact on the mind and emotion of a human being. It is advisable to watch prediction from both your ascendant and moon sign, as they both hold very significant meanings in their own regards. I have posted the timestamps in the description box below for your convenience, so you can click on the time that corresponds to your moon and ascendant sign and watch accordingly. So without any further delay, let's dive into the prediction for all the signs starting from Aries all the way up to Pisces. For my Aries Mesh Rashi friends, let's start with the career area first. Well, your career lord Saturn is now transiting in the 12th house in the sign of Pisces. The good news is that the dispositor Jupiter is well placed, it is strong, so the situation is not that problematic. However, Mars, your ascendant lord's eighth aspect, will be on Saturn, right? So this can create some work related pressure, tensions, even possibility of job loss could be there. But if you are working in a foreign land abroad, then there can be some good progress, because again the energy here is indicative of success in a foreign land, because your career lord Saturn itself is now transiting in the 12th house of foreign, permanent immigration. So if you are looking for a job change, especially in a different country, then this can be the best time. Or if you're applying for visa or any type of work permit, then the chance of securing such a permit is likely seen. But that does not rule out there can still be some, work related tension, pressures, some office politics that you might have to face. So best to just stay focused on your duties, tasks and projects, and avoid office politics, gossiping, as much as possible, so that any sort of unforeseen consequences can be prevented. If I talk about business, then it can be a really, really good time for business area. Your business lord Venus is going to aspect its own Mul Trikona Libra all month long, along with the blessings of Jupiter on your business house as well, which means that those people who have been running business for a long time, not getting the kind of success that they desired, will finally start to see some good changes in their day to day business activities, some increased profits, increased revenues, losses going down. So these kind of good changes can start to fructify. If you are thinking of starting a new business, it can be a good time for the same. Of course, make sure your natal chart, Mahadasha, Antardasha support that. It can be a good time for business partnerships. If you're already in a good business partnership, then, if things were not going smooth, finally it can be resolved and there can be good communication flow moving forward. If I talk about finance, then overall the financial area for the most part is looking quite good this month, because you now have Rahu, which is transiting in your 11th house of gains. Your money lord or your wealth lord Venus will be transiting in your ascendant itself. So money will definitely be coming your way. But there can be some expenses as well on the cards, because your 11th lord will be in the 12th house. So try to redirect those expenses towards things that you enjoy, that you desire, as well as doing a little bit of seva, service, some charity work can also go a long way. If I talk about health, then overall, the health area is going to be pretty good this month. I do not see any major health concerns as long as you're doing, common sense everyday things, whether it's, taking good care of your health by eating the right kind of food, yoga, meditation, mild to moderate exercise, taking walks, then your health is going to be really positive. If I talk about love life, then the last 2 weeks can be pretty good for single people wanting to get into a relationship, especially through the use of social media, internet, siblings, neighbors, friend circle. The possibility to meet someone is looking good. For those couples already in a relationship, overall, things will be good for the most part. I do not see any concerns. There can be at moments you might feel some detachment due to Ketu's presence in the fifth house, but it is nothing out of the ordinary. If you are running its Mahadasha or Antardasha, then you can feel a bit more of its effects. But it can give you some time to reflect on your relationship, to make those necessary positive changes so that your relationship evolves more nicer as the time moves forward. If I talk about marriage, for single people wanting to get married and settle down, then the time is looking phenomenal. The time is looking really good for getting married now. You have the support of Jupiter, you have the support of your seventh Lord Venus. So things are looking very, very positive this month. For those couples already married, if things were not going smooth, especially the last 2, 3, 4 months, then finally this can be a great month of very positive relief in your married life. And overall, there will be a lot of love, romance, passion, harmony, peace that you will start to feel in your married life. It will become very, very enjoyable. If I talk about travel in terms of short distance travel journeys, the first 4 days, 4 or 5 days are not looking that great for short distance travel. After June 5, June 6 onwards, the time is looking really positive. In terms of long distance travel journey vacation, the time is looking excellent. So you can certainly embark on the same. In terms of education, for primary education students, those who are pursuing bachelor's high school, the time is looking good for the most part. I do not see any concerns. And for higher education students, those pursuing master's, PhD program, postdoc, the time is looking phenomenal and you will make excellent academic progress. Finally, in terms of children, for those women looking to conceive, this is going to be a bit of a difficult month for the same. So do not expect any positive result because there will be a conjunction of Mars and Ketu in your fifth house, which can make it quite difficult for progeny related area. In terms of those people having children, your relationship with them can be filled with a lot of get together, fun adventures, some outings. But at the same time, you need to be watchful of your communication because there can be some fiery exchanges, some aggressive communication that can happen. So try to watch that fiery element a bit this month. I believe I covered all the major life areas for my Aries Mesh Rashi friends, and I wish you the best. For my Taurus Vrishabha Rashi friends, let's start with your career area first. It is going to be quite a powerful month for you career wise. There are multiple reasons for that. First, being your career lord Saturn itself will be transiting in the 11th house, in the house of gains and benefits from the career area. On top of that, you will have Jupiter's beautiful aspect and blessings on your career house as well. Rahu, the powerful north node of the moon, will now also be transiting in its own co-sign of Aquarius in your career house, along with the aspect of Mars and Ketu as well. Because usually the nodes are going to affect the planets they are conjunct with, and through them, they are going to influence the houses. So I'm not saying Ketu has an aspect, but with that conjunction along with Mars, it is going to influence the 10th house. So this is quite a heavy month, not in a bad way, but this can be a month of being a basically a game changer where you might suddenly quit your job. You might try to do something different, something unconventional, out of the box. Maybe finally you might think of pursuing your long desired passion, right? Something you always wanted to do for a long time. So it can start to play out now. If you are employed in any field connected to IT, technology, software, AI, any management leadership type position, insurance position, then you can make a lot of headways. You can rise tremendously as never seen before in your organization. You will start to get a lot of credit, recognition, right? Suddenly the spotlight will be on you. Now it is up to you how to make the most of this sudden fame, sudden recognition, and sudden massive boost to your career area. And this is especially significant for those people running the Mahadasha or Antardasha of Rahu or Saturn, or even if it is Jupiter. But I will say still be slightly cautious of your interactions this month. Do not let the power get to your head. Do not have a power trip, because Mars will be impacting the 10th house. And it kind of creates an Angarak Yoga, which can cause sudden frictions, sudden developments at your workplace, which you might not approve of. But not everything will always go according to what you want. So you need to compromise, you need to make some adjustments. And that way, if you are focused on your duties, tasks, and projects, if you use your creative, innovative thinking ability and talent, then you will certainly make a mark in your workplace. So, overall, a very positive month. Even for those people trying to get a job in a foreign land, this can be a very solid month for that. Those who are already employed in a foreign country, you will make even more progress, because Rahu transiting in your career house, being the natural Karaka of West, of foreign lands, of foreigners, different cultures, is looking to be quite good. If I talk about business, then overall, the business area is going to also be very, very positive, because you will have Mars support on your business house. So, this can drive some increased profits, revenues, especially if you're running a business which has connection with foreign countries, foreigners, foreign lands, like import, export, any type of business that involves dealings with foreigners or foreign lands, you will make very, very good progress. So try to focus on that. Try to focus on building good relationships in the business sphere. Try to focus on your long term business vision, your goals, your objectives, and put a lot of energy in your business this month, as it is going to be a very good month for you. Then, if I talk about finance, overall, the financial area is looking to be very strong. You literally have your career lord transiting now in the 11th house. You have Jupiter, which is transiting in your wealth house, being the lord of the 11th house. So, money flow is looking solid. Financially, you will do great. Just make the right type of investments, think wisely, act prudently, and you will do very well financially. If I talk about health, then overall, the health area might need a bit of attention this week. Nothing major, because Venus will be impacting the sixth house all month long, but still, your ascendant lord transiting in the 12th house indicates possible medical expenses for those people who are already suffering from health issues. There could be some hospitalization on the cards, where you might receive the right kind of treatment and medication which can help you get back on your feet and become fighting fit again. So overall, whatever happens, it should be a positive month for you to recover from health issues and start feeling better. If I talk about love life, overall, the love and romantic area for single people is looking fine, but there can be a bit of a slowdown you might feel. You might take your time now before jumping into a relationship. You can really start to, take it slow. There are good chances of single people connecting with compatible matches, especially through their family, through their relatives, extended family members, right? So someone might recommend you someone, and there could be an instant connection or some sort of thing that could happen like that. Or it could be a childhood friend that you can reconnect with, and you could have a very good chemistry now, or something along those lines. For those couples already in a relationship, the time is going to get a bit more serious. You might now start thinking of actually, taking the relationship to the next level, getting married. There will be more responsibility you will start to feel now. So, not a bad thing. It is actually a good thing. You will start to mature more, and that will be appreciated by your significant other. In terms of marriage, for single people wanting to get married and settle down, this month is looking quite positive. Quite a positive month where Mars, the ruler of your marriage house, will be aspecting its own house of marriage. So, lot of good support for getting married this month for those people already in a marriage. If things were not going smooth for the last several months, here there is now going to be a big relief. Things can get a whole lot better. If your marriage was on the brink of divorce, you could start to resolve those differences and get back together. And overall, the married life is looking to be much better moving forward. If I talk about travel, in terms of short distance travel journey, the time is looking good throughout the month. No major concerns there. In terms of long distance travel journey vacation, the time is looking excellent throughout the month. So you can certainly embark on the same. Education, in terms of primary education for those students pursuing bachelor's high school, the time is looking good throughout the month, as long as you are not going to be distracted, because you might feel a bit of detachment from your studies. You just might not be able to focus. So do some yoga pranayama which can help you to increase your mindfulness, help you to be in the present moment and study hard so that you get good grades. In terms of higher education, for those students pursuing master's PhD program, postdoc, the time is looking phenomenal throughout the month, and you will do just great. Finally, children, in terms of those women looking to conceive, this can be a bit of a tough time here now, because you will have Saturn's direct impact on the fifth house. So, not an easy time for progeny related area. For those people who have children, finally, your children will start to become more obedient. They will start to become more disciplined. They will start to mature more. And that is a good thing. They will start to become more responsible and accountable for their actions. It can be a good time for you to spend quality moments with your children and to teach them good values. I believe I covered all the major life areas for my Taurus Vrishabha Rashi friends, and I wish you the best. For my Gemini Mithun Rashi friends, let's talk about your career area first. Well, finally, a major relief. Your career lord Jupiter has now finally transited in your ascendant, where it becomes directionally strong, Digbali. So, an amazingly positive transit, because for the last one full year, it was in the 12th house, the Vyasthan, not an easy placement. This is a placement in the first house where Jupiter has a significant control on your destiny, because from the first it aspects the ninth house, it also aspects the seventh. So it helps you to gain good recognition, helps you to develop good relationship and rapport with your colleagues, co-workers, subordinates, managers, bosses, higher ups. Saturn, your Bhagyesh, your destiny lord itself, is now transiting in your 10th house. Rahu has moved out of your 10th house. And Mars impact will be there on your 10th house, being the 11th lord. So, overall, this month can be a game changer. There can be a lot of major transformations that can start happening for you on the work front, whether it is quitting your job, starting something new that you always wanted, whether it is applying for a brand new job and getting that desired position at that amazing company that you always wanted to work at, whether it is you're already employed in a good company and you finally start to gain the recognition, the credit, rewards for all the hard work you have been putting in for the last 1 year. So there could be a significant salary increase, a bonus, a promotion on the cards, added perks, and whatnot. So, overall, a beautiful and amazing time for career area. If you don't have a job, I highly recommend apply, apply, and apply. Give tons of interviews. Go out there, be proactive. And there is no surprise if you land a beautiful job with a strong salary benefits package very soon. So, this is the month of being proactive on your toes and working hard towards your career goals, ambitions, and desires, because the chance of it getting fulfilled now is looking to be very, very strong. If I talk about business area, again, a beautiful and great month. You have your business lord Jupiter itself now becoming Digbali and aspecting the business house with full force. It is also aspecting the fifth, ninth, which means with your intelligence, with your gut feeling, with your sixth sense, all enhanced, you will start to make much smarter and wiser and better decisions for your business activities. And you will have the complete support of your destiny, of your luck factor, of your bhagya, which will help you to tremendously grow your business now. If you are in a business partnership, if things were not going smooth for the last 1 year or so, finally you can start to be on the same page with your business partner moving forward. You can resolve those differences, remedy that situation, and make it a whole lot better and harmonious. So, a very, very good time and positive and auspiciousness is indicated on the business front. So, make the most of it. If I talk about health, then it is going to be a phenomenal month for health after June 6, when your ascendant Lord Mercury starts transiting in your Lagna itself. You will have Jupiter, Mercury, Sun together. You will have Mars in the third, Saturn in the 10th, Venus in the 11th, Rahu in the ninth, Ketu in the third. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. So, a very good time to work on your health, to achieve your fitness goals. So, go after that with full force as the time is looking great. Join a fitness program, join a dance class, join a martial arts class, or whatever that you like. Maybe a sports activity, recreational sports. This is the time to pursue your goals and desires. If I talk about love life, again, a amazing month. It just keeps getting better. Your fifth Lord Venus will be in the 11th, from where it will directly aspect the fifth house, which is its own Mul Trikona Libra, along with the beneficial fifth aspect of Jupiter from the first house. And there will be no malefic afflictions to the fifth, which means for single people, this can be one of the best months to find a compatible match and even get into a relationship. For those couples already in a relationship, it is going to be a beautiful month with enhanced love, romance, passion that you will start to feel in your relationship. There are going to be some unexpected, amazing surprises that you could receive from your significant other. If I talk about marriage, for single people wanting to get married, finally, the time is now becoming very, very auspicious. Your marriage lord, again, Jupiter, is now directly aspecting its own Mul Trikona Sagittarius, which controls your house of marriage. So now you will start to finally get those compatible, suitable proposals and alliances that you were seeking, that you were desiring, and marriage will now definitely be on the cards for single people. So good luck. And for those couples already married, if you were facing a lot of difficulties in your married life for the last 1 year, and it was on the brink of divorce or something like that, finally you will have a chance to rectify those issues, resolve those differences, and get back together. Because if you truly still care about your spouse, this is one of the best times for you to resolve those problems and get back together, because the married life moving forward is looking to be very harmonious, peaceful, and filled with lot of love and care and good feelings. Then if I talk about travel in terms of short distance travel journey, the time is going to be good in the last 2 weeks of this month. So if you need to travel a lot, try to do it in the last 2 weeks. In terms of long distance travel journey vacation, the time is looking to be good, but only do so if you really need to make that travel. And also do your proper planning, due diligence, and research before embarking on the same. And do not speed and drive your vehicle if you are going on a very long road trip. Drive with caution. If I talk about education, in terms of primary education for those students pursuing bachelor's high school, the time after May 6 or time after June 6 is looking to be very positive, but you will need to put in a lot of hard work and effort, and then only you will be able to achieve good grades. In terms of higher education, for those students pursuing master's, PhD program, postdoc, this can be one of the best periods for you to get admission to a country in a foreign land if you were desiring that, because Rahu is in the ninth house. But overall, if you are not distracted, you do not giving to temptations, distractions, and if you study hard, you will make excellent progress. So that is a given. If I talk about children, in terms of those women looking to conceive, this can be a very, very good month, a very positive one. So, make the most of it if you are desiring the progeny area very much. For those people having children, if your relationship with your children was not very smooth for the last, say, 2 3 months at least, finally this can be a very good time to resolve those issues, sort out those differences, and spend a lot of beautiful, happy, and good quality time with your children. It is going to be a phenomenal month for that. So I believe I covered all the major life areas for my Gemini Mithun Rashi friends, and I thank you for watching. All the best. For my Cancer Karka Rashi friends, let's start with your career area first. Finally, a good relief after so long, right? Your career lord, which is Mars, also being a Yoga Karaka planet, being a very auspicious graha for you, will finally come out of debilitation this month and start transiting in the second house of wealth in the great friend sign of Leo. This can now finally provide major relief to you if you have especially been struggling in your career area for the last several months or even more. There will be good growth opportunities. The traction will now start to move much faster. You will start to get the appreciation, credit, and recognition for the hard work and effort that you have been putting in. Office politics will start to go down. You might be given a much better role, or there can be a possible increment in the salary, or a bonus, or a promotion that might be long overdue. So, overall, a very positive month, a growth filled month where things will start to look up now. Things will start to accelerate in a much, much more dynamic and positive fashion. So try to make the most of this. This is just the start, but overall, a good start to many more beautiful and positive months ahead for the career area. If you don't have a job, you have been unemployed for a long time, do not let this auspicious time go. Make the most of it, give interviews as many as possible, because overall, from a general perspective, there is a strong chance of landing a new job opportunity. If I talk about business, then good news for business people as well. Finally, your business lord is now transiting in the ninth house of destiny, luck factor, bhagya. So you still need to make carefully calculated decisions. You need to think things through before implementing any major financial business decisions. You need to do your proper planning, research, due diligence, and analysis, and then implement any decisions. And you will naturally start to see good growth and progress on the business front. If you are in a business partnership and things were not going smooth for a long time, maybe 2, 3 years, finally, there is going to be a light at the end of the tunnel that you will start to see. You will start to resolve those differences, rectify the issues, and get back on the same page with your business partner. But maintain the transparency in your business relationship at all cost, right? Be very upfront and expect the same from your business partner. If I talk about finance, then overall, a very good month for finances, especially the first 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks are looking to be very positive for wealth accumulation, for inflow of money, for just overall financial stability. But the last 2 weeks, although it will still be good, there can be some increased expenses, some more spending on the cards. So be watchful of that. If I talk about health, then overall the health area is going to be positive, because now you will have Jupiter aspecting your sixth house, eighth house. So naturally, Rahu will be under control. So this can be a great period for you to recover from any acute or chronic health issues that were bothering you. So make health your topmost priority, because finally, as the saying goes, health is wealth, and it cannot be any more than true, because it is very much the essence of life. Without good health, you won't be able to perform at your peak capacity level. So work on your fitness levels, eat the right kind of food, do yoga, meditation, pranayama, and your health will be very much positive. If I talk about love life, then overall a very good time for single people will now start after June 5, June 6 onwards, where chances of meeting a compatible partner can certainly be there. So try to make the most of it. And for those couples already in a relationship, the time is now going to be filled with a lot of passion, love, romance, which, if the spark was missing in the recent past, it will be reignited. No doubt about that, as your relationship lord will be aspecting its own house of relationship. If I talk about marriage, for single people wanting to get married, your marriage lord is now in the ninth house, which is a good placement, but the dispositor is in the 12th. So if you're running a very good Mahadasha, Antardasha, then possibility of marriage can be there. And especially if you're in a foreign land, or if you're marrying a person from a very different background, culture, race, religion, then the chance is higher. But if you are not running a very good supportive dasha, antardasha, then the probability is a bit low. For those couples already married, the time will be good, but make sure to do some traveling. Go and travel, go on some adventures with your spouse, right? Expend that energy. Don't just be, homebodies. Don't just sit at home watching Netflix all day. Instead, go out, explore the world, explore the nature. It will be good to, you know, that will be very beneficial for your married life. If I talk about travel in terms of short distance travel journey, the first 4 days, the first 4 or 5 days, and then the time after 22nd of June will be better for short distance travel. In terms of long distance travel journey vacation, the time is looking quite good throughout the month, so you can certainly embark on the same. If I talk about education in terms of primary education for those students pursuing bachelor's high school, the time is looking excellent and you will make very good academic progress. In terms of higher education, those students pursuing master's PhD program, the time is going to be good, especially if you are a student in a foreign land. And if you study hard, you will make phenomenal progress. If I talk about children, as in for those women looking to conceive, wanting or desiring to have a child, the time is now improving. It is getting better. So this month is quite supportive for the progeny related area. For those people having children, if there were issues in your relationship with your children for a long time, this is a key window of opportunity for you to resolve those differences and get back on the same page and, you know, increase your overall spending time with each other and restoring the harmonious peace and balance in your relationship. So, overall, a positive month for that. I believe I covered all the major life areas for my Cancer Karka Rashi friends, and I wish you the best. For my Leo Simha Rashi friends, let's talk about your career area first. Well, your career Lord Venus will finally now come out of its exaltation sign and start transiting in your ninth house in the sign of Aries. So, this is a good placement because it is the Bhagyastan, it is a trine house, it is the Dharma Trikona. So, I will say carry out your duties, especially your job duties, your assigned tasks, projects, everything in a righteous and ethical manner. Avoid getting entangled into any office politics, gossiping, any confrontations, disputes, arguments with anyone. Just stay focused on your work and you will do great. For some people, though, this can be a month or a window of opportunity to change jobs if they so desire. For some people who are not running a favorable dasha, antardasha, it can be a month of job loss as well because your 10th lord will be transiting 12 places away from the 10th house. So be watchful of that. That's why I recommended avoid getting into any sort of office politics at work. But those people who are employed in a foreign land, in a place away from their native place or homeland, you will make very good progress if you are residing abroad. If you are unemployed looking for a new job, then if you're open to working in a foreign country, then this can be an excellent time for the same. If I talk about business, in terms of business area, the time is going to be a mixed bag. It now really depends on the major and minor planetary period you're running, your seventh lord, how Saturn and Rahu are placed in your chart. But let's say if you're running the Rahu Dasha, Antardasha, if Rahu is very well placed in your chart, then lo and behold, it can be a very, very powerful time for your business area, especially if you are in the business of technology, AI, any type of novel IT field, consultancy, business development, any type of these fields can see tremendous progress on the business front. Even insurance related businesses, real estate, construction. But if you're running Saturn Dasha, Antardasha, or even Rahu Dasha, avoid taking any impulsive, hasty decisions. Avoid being unethical in your business activities. Be very transparent, follow your values to the T, and do not try to take any shortcuts in your business approach and implementation of business ideas. Do your proper research, due diligence, and then implement those ideas, and you will do great. This is not the best time to get into business partnerships. It can be, again, your natal chart has to support that, but you cannot ignore that there could be betrayals, there could be backstabbing or something like that in terms of business partnership, because Rahu finally is a Rakshasa Graha. It is a malefic planet, and it is not the most auspicious planet for your Lagna as well. So you need to be watchful of these things. If you're already in a business partnership and if that individual is genuine and trusted, then there should be no issues. The business partnership can actually flourish by a lot of good exchange of ideas and free flow of communication. If I talk about finance, then overall the financial area is looking very positive this month, especially after June 5, or you can say till June 21. The first 3 weeks are looking to be very positive. A lot of inflow of money, good wealth accumulation, all these things are seen. But after June 22, the time can be a bit of a damp on your finances. Some expenses can be involved, which you might not desire, right? There are expenses that you desire, whether it's shopping, going for movies, a luxury vacation, spending on something that you buy for your entertainment or for your house. But this expense can be for something that is unexpected and something that you don't desire. So keep that in mind. If I talk about health, then overall, the health area should be good for the most part. I do not see any major concerns this month. Just, you know, take good care of your health, eat the right kind of food, do yoga, meditation, pranayama. Just be watchful of your abdomen area, abdomen region, and if any issues bother you connected to the abdomen region, then make sure to get that checked out. If I talk about love life, then overall the love area is looking excellent for single people. Finally, things will start to look up now. You can get to meet that person of your dreams, or that compatible like-minded individual who you might just vibe well with and share great chemistry with, because Jupiter's direct impact will be now there on your fifth house of relationship itself, which is its own mul trikona, Sagittarius. In terms of those couples already in a relationship, if things were not going smooth for the last 1 year or so, finally this will be a beautiful time for you to restore the peace, harmony, and balance in your relationship. If I talk about marriage, for those single people wanting to get married, take it a bit easy. Do not jump into anything now. Rahu is now in your marriage house. Saturn, the ruler of your marriage house, is in the eighth house. So you need to take it a bit easy. If Rahu, Saturn are very well placed in your chart, then lo and behold, you could finally even get married. Jupiter's aspect is on the marriage house, which is a blessing. So you can find a compatible match. You can't deny that, but it can be someone from a different background, different race, religion, culture than you are normally used to. So be open minded. If I talk about those couples already married, then overall there will be good love, romance, passion in your married life. You will try to spice things up a bit. Rahu is going to be finally transiting there, but still, do not do things behind your partner's back. Stay loyal, be committed, be upfront. If you are not happy with the marriage, be upfront to your spouse. Doing things behind your partner's back will only help accumulate bad karma, and it will have disastrous consequences. If I talk about travel in terms of short distance travel journey, the time is looking excellent throughout the month, and you can certainly do as much traveling as you want. In terms of long distance travel journey vacation, the time after June 5 is looking phenomenal, so you can certainly embark on the same. If I talk about education in terms of primary education for those students pursuing bachelor's and high school, the time is looking very good, very positive. If you put in the hard work and effort, you will make very good progress. In terms of higher education for those students pursuing master's, PhD program, postdoc, the time after June 5, June 6 onwards is looking great. As long as you do not give in to temptation and distraction and you are focused on your studies, on your research, you will do amazing. Finally, children, in terms of those women looking to conceive, one of the best times is here. Jupiter will now lighten up your fifth house, which supports the progeny related area very much. In terms of those people having children, and if your relationship with them was not smooth for the last several months to 1 year, finally, this is a key window of opportunity to get back together, to harmonize the relationship, and be on the same page moving forward. Your children will definitely start to respect you more than ever before now, and they will be open to seeking your advice and good counsel moving forward. I believe I covered all the major life areas for my Leo friends, and I wish you the best. For my Virgo Kanya Rashi friends, let's start with your career area first. Well, the time after June 6 is looking excellent for your career area because your career Lord Mercury will be transiting in the career house itself, which will provide great support along with Jupiter as well. And then after June 22nd, it will transit to the 11th house of gains and benefits from your career area. So, overall, a very progressive and positive month as the days move forward, especially after June 5, June 6 onwards. So, if you were seeking any sort of bonus, promotion, salary increment, it could happen in the last week of this month if overall your natal chart Mahadasha Antardasha is also indicative of the same. With Jupiter's blessings in your 10th house, good changes, positive transformations, and overall a very positive note can be now seen on the work front. Even Sun will be enhancing your career area in the last couple of weeks, and it becomes Digbali in the 10th house. So, beautiful conjunction with Jupiter, Mercury, and Sun enlightening your, you know, career house is looking to be fabulous for strong career growth and progress this month. If I talk about business, then overall, the business area will start to see some stability now, right? If you were not feeling stable in your business day to day activities, this is a time to prepare a game plan for your business goals, ambitions, vision, and start to implement those ideas. Do the proper research, due diligence, analysis, and your destiny will start to support you eventually. Because Jupiter, ruler of your business house, transiting in the Kendra Bhava, indicates you can certainly make a career out of business by doing your own thing, by pursuing your own happiness, by pursuing your own desire. So, overall, a good trajectory and moment is indicated for self venture and business related activities. If I talk about finance, then overall, the financial area for the most part is looking to be positive. Your ascendant lord itself transiting in the 11th house later in the month your lord of the wealth house itself aspecting the wealth house, which is Venus, is also going to be supportive of wealth generation, accumulation in savings, and overall strong financial stability this month. If I talk about health, then overall the health area is looking to be fabulous, right? Because now Rahu will be transiting in your sixth house, which will help to basically eliminate any sort of health issues. You will become fighting fit, your vitality, your immunity will become stronger than ever before. So, just do the common sense everyday things: yoga, meditation, pranayam, mild to moderate exercise, eating the right kind of food, getting the right kind of sleep or the right amount of sleep. And that is going to keep your health very positive and balanced. If I talk about love life, then for single people wanting to get into a relationship, finally it can happen, but be assured that the relationship will be will could become quite serious, right? There will be a lot of responsibility this time. It will not be like a fling or just an affair or something like that. This relationship that might happen in your life can come with great responsibility, where you will finally start to feel that this is the right person for me, and you might become very serious about that individual. Same for those couples already in a relationship for a long time. You might actually think of getting married now, because your fifth lord will be transiting in the seventh house of marriage. So a great time for those people in a relationship to take it to the next level and settle down. For marriage, for those single people wanting to get married, the time is now looking good. Be proactive. I don't, it is not the best month to get married, but it can be a good month to start slowly finding the compatible proposals and alliances where eventually you can get married. Not the best month for marriage is because Mars aspect will be on the marriage house, and that is not a good aspect. So you need to wait for a better time to actually tie the knot. If I talk about those couples already married, then the time is now going to be quite good. Your marriage lord will be transiting in the Kendra Bhav. So you will have good support for your marriage to restore the balance, harmony, peace in your married life. But again, be very loyal, upfront, honest with your spouse. Do not do things behind your spouse's back, as that can suddenly cause major disruption in your married life as well. Because Mars here will be aspecting your seventh house, and it is the controller of your eighth house of sudden unexpected issues. So be very transparent with your spouse in your marriage, and that way it will be very smooth for the most part. If I talk about travel, in terms of short distance travel journey, the time is not looking that great throughout the month. But if you have to travel a lot, then you have no choice, but it is not that auspicious. In terms of long distance travel journey vacation, the time is also again not that great for major long distance travel. So overall travel is not much supported this month, to be very frank with you. If I talk about education, in terms of primary education for those students pursuing bachelor's, high school, the time is looking excellent. You will make very good academic progress. In terms of those students pursuing higher education like master's, PhD program, postdoc, then the time can be a mixed bag of results. For those students in their homeland, in their home country, it can be a tough time. But those students who are abroad doing, research, postdoc, PhD, they can make some very good progress. If I talk about children, in terms of those women looking to conceive, the time here can be a bit more supportive now moving forward. So some good news can be experienced in the progeny department. Of course, you need to check your natal chart, Mahadasha, Antardasha, and a lot of other factors. If I talk about those people having children and your relationship with them, if you had gone through a lot of obstacles, hurdles, arguments, whatnot for the last 2, 3 years, finally there can be a good respite in that area. Your children can start to respect you more, they can listen to your ideas, to your opinions, and there can be a mutual respect, cooperation, and understanding moving forward. So I believe I covered all the major life areas for my Virgo friends, and I wish you the best. For my Libra Tula Rashi friends, let's talk about your career area first. Well, it is going to be mostly a positive month, although filled with a lot of responsibility. There can be a feeling of burden at times, but if you endure that, if you stay disciplined, if you are going to be committed, hardworking, staying focused on your duties, tasks, projects, whatever it might be, you're going to avoid office politics, gossiping, then you are going to do phenomenal in your career area. If you don't have a job, keep applying, give lots of interviews, as there is a good chance you might land a new job because Saturn's placement in the sixth house is looking very supportive for the same. So make the most of it. If I talk about business area, then a very, very positive month because your business lord Mars will finally be transiting in the 11th house of gains and profits. Your ascendant lord will also be transiting in the business house all month long. So your focus will be very much geared towards business activities, whether it's business expansion, implementation of new ideas, business strategies on how to defeat your competition, how to stand apart from your, competitors, whatever it might be, whether it's focusing on your business partnerships, enhancing your business growth, whether it is thinking of doing some business deals. Overall, a very good and, you know, key month for your business area. If I talk about finance, then it is going to be a mostly positive month for you, especially the last 2 weeks will be excellent for your finances. A lot of money inflow will be there, as well as wealth accumulation will keep increasing as the month moves forward and as the third week comes by. If I talk about health, then overall the health area is also looking to be very, very good this month. Your ascendant lord will support your lagna itself. Saturn's transit in the sixth will help you to build up your immunity. Your vitality will be strong. You will feel robust. So overall, a great month for health area. If I talk about love life, for single people wanting to get into a relationship, this is not the best month for that because there will be a mutual exchange of aspect between Rahu and Mars, creating Angarak Yoga, especially concerning the relationship area. So be a bit careful. For those couples already in a relationship, you can experience a lot of passion, a lot of sensuality, and these sort of physical intimacy things. But verbally, it can be a bit of a aggressive time. It can be filled with confrontation. So best remedy would be to be upfront, to be honest, to be straightforward with your significant other to prevent any unnecessary issues. If I talk about marriage, for single people wanting to get married, this can be a good month. For those people wanting to settle down, get married, even if, let's say, actual marriage doesn't happen, you could find the right person or the suitable alliance or proposal that you were looking for a long time. And for those couples already married, the time is going to be filled with a lot of pleasure, sensuality, love, romance, happiness all month long. So if you have any desires, you want to travel, you want to go out, fancy dining with your spouse, to movies or any romantic picnic, this is the best time to do it. It will only enhance and make your marriage and married life a whole lot stronger. If I talk about travel, in terms of short distance travel journey, the time is looking amazing. So travel as much as possible, it will be beneficial for you. And in case of long distance travel journey vacation, the time after June 6th through the end of the month is looking to be very positive. If you can avoid going on major long distance journeys for the first 5 days, it will be better for you. In terms of education, for those students pursuing primary education like bachelor's, high school, the time is going to be a bit competitive. You will need to really put in the hard work and effort, but then you will reap the rewards. In terms of higher education, for those students pursuing master's, PhD program, postdoc, the time after June 6 is looking phenomenal and you will make excellent academic progress. Finally, children, in terms of those women looking to conceive, this is not the best month for that. It is not that supportive. So you need to be a bit careful, especially even if you are pregnant, then you need to take care of your health. In terms of those people having children, now, if there were issues in the relationship with your children, those can be resolved. But if you're running the Jupiter Mahadasha or even the Antardasha, but if you're running the Rahu Dasha or Shani Dasha or even the Mars Mahadasha, Antardasha, then it can be a bit of a tough time. So mostly you can expect a mixed bag result. So I believe I covered all the major life areas for my Libra Tula Rashi friends, and I wish you the best. For my Scorpio Vrishchik Rashi friends, let's start with your career area first. It is going to be one of the best months for you. Reason being, your ascendant Lord Mars, your Lagnesh, itself will be Digbali and transiting in the career house. So, naturally, that will give a significant boost to your career growth and progress. Venus will also be transiting in your sixth house, which will enhance your daily work routine. It will start to feel more exciting. You will become more enthusiastic, which will only make you work harder. And naturally, you will start to reap the rewards and achieve the fruits for your effort. Overall, strong recognition, growth, enhanced career prospects are seen this month. Unemployed people have a strong chance of landing a good job opportunity. Some good transformation and changes in the career area can happen. And overall, some of your career related desires that were, feeling stuck for a long time can start to play out. So overall, a very positive and good month for the job front. If I talk about business area, then not a positive month. You will have to be cautious in your business related dealings. Avoid getting into business partnerships this month. Try to just stick with the status quo. Try not to take any unnecessary major business related risk, financial ventures. All these things should be avoided. Just try to play it as safe as possible this month. Now, if I talk about health, if I talk about finance, then overall the financial area is looking to be good in the sense that there will be a conjunction between your wealth lord and the lord of your house of gains. So, especially June 6 to June 21 can be quite an interesting time for your finances, especially if you're running a favorable Dasha Antardasha. There can be sudden, unexpected gains that can come in your life. So, overall, for the most part, the financial area should be good this month. Just try to make wise investments, avoid unnecessary expenses, and just control your spending. If I talk about health, then the health area is going to be quite good throughout the month. Your ascendant lord will be very, very strong. And if you are been suffering from any health issues, then you can certainly get the right treatment for the same, which can help you become much healthier and slowly work towards achieving your fitness goals. If I talk about love life, for single people wanting to get into a relationship, it is not a good month for that. So I will say to be more patient and wait for the right time. For those couples already in a relationship, there can be some ups and downs that you might go through. But if you truly care for your partner, then try to work things out. Try to be honest, loyal, upfront with your partner so that the stability is maintained in your relationship. If I talk about marriage, for single people wanting to get married, again, unfortunately, it is not the best month. Your marriage lord, Venus, will be transiting 12 places away in the sixth house. So, not a good marriage time. And for those married couples, there can be some arguments, disputes, some of these issues that can crop up in your married life. One good thing is that if you do some traveling, some long distance traveling, make some journeys, vacation with your spouse, then it can try to counteract some of the negativities in this month connected to married life. If I talk about travel, in terms of short distance travel journey, the time is looking good throughout the month, so you can certainly embark for the same. And even the same applies for long distance travel journey and vacation. The time is looking quite positive. Education, in terms of those students pursuing bachelor's high school, the time can be a bit difficult this month. You will need to really focus on your studies. You need to avoid any sort of distractions, and you need to keep good company. Make sure you are in good company with the people you hang out with every day, as it will have a lot of influence on your decision making. In terms of those students pursuing higher education like master's, PhD program, postdoc, the time is looking good throughout the month and you will make good academic progress. Finally, children, those women looking to conceive, it is not a supportive month for that, and you might have a hard time in the same. For those people having children, there can be some ups and downs in the relationship with your child, son, daughter. So try not to aggravate the situation, try to work things out, try to, keep an open mind, listen to them, and try to resolve those differences. It will be better for your relationship with them. I believe I covered all the major life areas for my Scorpio Vrishchik Rashi friends, and I wish you the best. For my Sagittarius Dhanu Rashi friends, let's start with the career area first. Well, the first 5 days of June and the time after 22nd of June can be a difficult time in your job front. So you need to maintain caution. You need to avoid office politics. You need to stay focused on your duties, tasks, and assignments. The middle portion, 6th June to 21st June, will be a good time for the most part. Although Saturn's impact will be on your 10th house, which means there will be added responsibility. You will naturally feel the burden of that. But at the same time, you will start to make good progress professionally as well. So, June 6 to June 21 is the time to even give interviews, and try to secure a job if you are unemployed. So, overall, you can say it is going to be basically a mixed bag result career wise this month. If I talk about business, then overall it will be a good month for the most part, especially after June 5, June 6 onwards, because your business lord Mercury will start transiting in the business house itself. So naturally, it will be supportive of business activities. Jupiter's presence there naturally indicates expansion, luck, and good opportunities for furthering your business growth and achieving your goals and objectives. If you are in a business partnership, then there can be some good communication, exchange of ideas, which can help your business to grow even more after June 6 onwards. If I talk about finance, then overall, the financial area is going to be quite good throughout the month. The money flow is looking good. You will have a stable flow of income. Wealth accumulation should also be quite decent. So, as long as you make the right investments, as long as you're safe with your money, you're prudent, you are wise, you should have no problem financially this month. If I talk about health, then overall the health area is going to be positive for the most part. Your ascendant lord will be supporting your lagna, and there will be no major afflictions to the 6th or 8th or even the 12th house. The 6th lord itself will be transiting 12 places away in the 5th house. So naturally it means good recovery from any acute health issues, overall more energy levels, increased stamina, vitality. So it is a great month health wise. If I talk about love life, for single people wanting to get into a relationship, this is one of the best months for that. So certainly be proactive, and especially it can happen through your social network, friend circle, through your elder sibling, through your neighbors. So, be proactive and keep your eyes open. For those couples already in a relationship, the time will be filled with a lot of love, passion, and overall, just a good fun time that you will have with your partner. So enjoy it. If I talk about marriage for single people wanting to get married, then the time is good, especially from June 6 to June 21. That is the time this month where marriage related area will be supported. And if it doesn't happen, then there is a good chance you might come across the right kind of person, a suitable, compatible match, proposal, alliance that might come your way. If I talk about those couples already married, then overall, for the majority of the month, it is going to be quite a fun filled time where you will be sharing good harmony, peace, and you will see stability in your married life. If I talk about travel in terms of short distance travel journey, the time is looking to be good for the most part, but just make sure you have a purpose for your quick travels and you just don't travel aimlessly. In terms of long distance travel journey vacation, the time is looking to be fine as well throughout the month, no major issues. Just make sure to do your proper planning and research before embarking on the same. And also, if you are planning on driving, do not speed and drive your vehicle and drive with caution. If I talk about education in terms of primary education for those students pursuing bachelor's high school, the time is looking excellent throughout the month. With your hard work and effort, you are going to make very good progress in your studies and academically. If I talk about higher education for those students pursuing master's, PhD program, postdoc, the time again is looking to be supportive as long as you do not because you might feel a bit detached, you might come across some distractions. So if you keep those aside, you stay focused, then you will do great. If I talk about children, for those women wanting to conceive, wanting to have children, The time is now looking supportive, so it is good news for the progeny related area this month. For those people having children, if your relationship was with them was not smooth, for the past several months or even more, now is a good key window of opportunity to resolve those differences amicably and get back on the same page together. Overall, the love and bonding between you and your children should increase this month. I believe I covered all the major life areas for my Sagittarius friends, and I wish you the best. For my Capricorn Makar Rashi friends, let's start with your career area first. Well, it is going to be one of the best months for you career wise. Reason being, your career lord Venus will be transiting in the fourth house, from where it will directly aspect the career house itself. Naturally, that indicates good progression throughout the month, because even your Lagnesh Saturn will be transiting in the third house, which means the more hard work, self effort, parakram you put into your task, assignment, project, and duties, the more your destiny will start to support you, the more your bhagya will flourish, and the more you are going to make a mark at your workplace. So, whether it is now changing a job, whether you're desiring that, or whether it is getting a bonus, promotion, salary increment that was long overdue, everything is possible this month, as it is looking to be quite a good and positive one, because even Jupiter's aspect will be on your career house from the 6th. So some good modifications and changes to your everyday work life routine can also be there, which can make it a whole lot exciting and naturally enable you to work harder, be more proficient, and just enhance your everyday work life, career prospects, and opportunities for growth and success. If I talk about business, then there can be good growth and achievement in business area as well, because there will be no afflictions to your business house. Your ascendant lord will be strongly placed, and with good work ethic, discipline, commitment, hard work, you will be able to achieve your business goals, objectives, dreams, and desires, and fulfill them. If you're in a business partnership, things will start to become much more smoother. There will be good exchange of ideas, good communication flow, which will naturally enhance your business prospects and overall success. If I talk about finance, then a very, very good month for finances, because finally Mars will transit in your 8th house, from where it will aspect its own 11th house of money flow. So financially, it will be a good month for you. Rahu's transit in the second also indicates sudden major gains, increase in wealth is possible, especially if Rahu is very well placed in your chart, in a good nakshatra, in a good house. Same for Saturn. You are running a good Mahadasha, auspicious one. Then lo and behold, it can be a very financially strong and positive month for you. If I talk about health, then overall a good month again for health area. You have the ability now to recover from any health issues if something was to bother you. So work on your fitness goals, take up a fitness class, join a gym, or join a sports team. Whatever your heart desires, it is the time to pursue that, as the planetary alignment is looking very auspicious for you to be in the best of health. If I talk about love life, for single people wanting to get into a relationship, this is not a good month for that. So be a bit aware of that. Although, if you are residing in a foreign land, or if you are trying to connect with someone who is based abroad, then it can be a good month. You could find a compatible match. But generally, it does not look like a good month to get into a new relationship. For those couples already in a relationship, it will be best for you to travel a bit, to go and embark on some nice adventures, go and travel to foreign lands with your partner. It can help to increase the bonding, love, romance, and passion in your relationship. If you just sit in your house, watch TV all day, it's not going to help much for your relationship. If I talk about marriage, for single people wanting to get married this month, well, if you're running the right kind of Mahadasha, Antardasha, then it could be supportive of that. But from a general perspective, I'm not seeing too much indication of marriage happening this month. For those couples already married, the time is looking to be good for the most part. I do not see any major concerns. Overall, there should be good harmony, peace, and stability in your married life. If I talk about travel, in terms of short distance travel journeys, the time is looking excellent throughout the month. And if I talk about long distance travel journey and vacation, the first 4 or 5 days and the time after June 22nd is looking to be more supportive of the same. If I talk about education, in terms of primary education, for those students pursuing bachelor's high school, the time is going to be a bit tough because you can be tempted by certain things. There can be distractions. So you will need to really focus on your goals and objectives to do well. If I talk about higher education, for those students pursuing master's, PhD program, postdoc, then overall the time is going to be good throughout the month, especially June 6 to June 21 can be a great time for competitive examinations, for any major presentation, for any kind of deep research related work. Finally, children, for those women looking to conceive, it is not going to be a supportive month for the same. So, progeny related area is not going to be that much supported. For those people having children, there can be some distance, some alienation, um, some distance that you might feel in relationship with your children, whether they might travel and go somewhere far, or they might relocate a distance away from you, or it can just be some arguments or disputes that can happen. So watch out for that. So I believe I covered all the major life areas for my Capricorn Makar Rashi friends, and I wish you the very best. For my Aquarius Kumbha Rashi friends, let's start with your career area first. This month, you are getting the support of your career Lord Mars itself, which makes it a very supportive month for career. Because from the seventh house, Mars will aspect the 10th house with its fourth drishti, which means good growth and progress can be achieved this month in your professional life. Whether it is trying to climb the ladder, whether it is trying to secure a new job, whether you're unemployed and trying to get a new job opportunity, it is looking good from all aspects. It can also be a positive month from the area of bonus, promotion, salary increment, any job perks, any type of job transfer to a desired location, because from the fifth, Jupiter's aspect will also be on the ninth and the 11th house. So, overall, a very positive month for career area. And so, give it your best shot and put in your hard work and effort. And there is no surprise if you achieve your desired goals and ambitions professionally. If I talk about business, then overall, the business area is also looking to be quite positive, right? Because your third Lord Mars will be transiting in the business house along with Ketu, which means that you will have ample energy to get things done. If you put in the parakram, if you put in that self effort, if you are going to be brave, courageous, and go after what you desire, you know, achieving your business goals and objectives, then you're going to do great. But it might not be the best month to get into a new business partnership. So try to refrain from that. Other than that, it is going to be a month where you will get a big boost to your business front. If I talk about finance, then overall, it is going to be a good time for finances. You could get profits from your past investments. There could be a salary increase, bonus, promotion, as I mentioned before, because Jupiter's aspect will be on the 11th house. It also controls your wealth house. So chances of gaining some benefits from stock market area or any other investments can also be there. And overall, it will be a good financially stable month for you. If I talk about health area, then overall the health area should also be mostly fine, but just do some yoga, meditation, pranayam, because there can be some added pressure mentally, because there will be Mars impacting your lagna where Rahu is placed, so creating a sort of Angarak yoga. So best to control your temper, drive your vehicle carefully, not speed and drive, avoid getting into confrontation, arguments, road rage, any sort of these kind of situations. Also avoid extreme outdoor adventure sports activities like bungee jumping, skydiving, rock climbing, right? Try to keep that at a bare minimum this month. If I talk about love life, for single people wanting to get into a relationship, this month is looking good and very good, especially from June 6 to June 21, where a lot of doors of opportunities might open up for you. And for those people already in a relationship, the time is going to be very harmonious, very peaceful, especially after June 5, June 6 onwards, where you can resolve any sort of pending differences, any disputes, and get back together, as the relationship is going to be very, filled with a lot of love, passion, and affection. So, good time. If I talk about marriage, for single people wanting to get married, the time again can be quite positive, but depends upon your Mahadasha, Antardasha that you are running. But since there will be the conjunction of Mars and Ketu in your seventh house, you need to make sure your natal chart, Mahadasha, Antardasha, seventh lord, you need to check all these placements and then make a decision. But overall, in the last 2 weeks, the ruler of your marriage house, Sun, will be transiting quite positively. So it can be a good time as well for marriage related activities. But a lot of other things need to be checked. For those couples already married, the time will be filled with a lot of passion, intensity. But again, control your temper. Do not let tempers flare. And try to keep arguments, disputes, confrontation, any sort of quarrels at a bare minimum. Otherwise, it can lead to not so good consequences. If I talk about travel in terms of short distance travel journeys, the time is looking good throughout the month, so you can certainly embark on that. And the same applies for long distance travel journey and vacation. The time is looking excellent throughout the month. Education, in terms of primary education, for those students pursuing bachelor's high school, the time can be a bit difficult, where you might feel distracted, you might not be able to focus as much as you would like. So try to really hone in your effort so that you do well in your studies. In terms of higher education, for those students pursuing master's, PhD program, postdoc, you will make really good academic progress this month. So a very good month for higher education related aspirations. Finally, children, for those women looking to conceive, the time is now looking to be quite supportive for progeny related area. Of course, this is from a general perspective. For those people having children, if your relationship with your children was not going smooth as much as you would like, then the time after June 6 onwards is looking very positive, especially till June 21, to resolve those differences and be back on the same page moving forward. I believe I covered all the major life areas for my Aquarius Kumbha Rashi friends, and I wish you the very best. For my Pisces Meen Rashi friends, let's talk about your career area first. It is going to be a phenomenal month for you. Reason being, your ascendant Lord Jupiter, which controls your career house, will be aspecting its very own house of career itself, along with Mercury and Sun. So, this is a very strong and potent combination for you to achieve tremendous growth and success at the workplace. Mars will also be transiting in the sixth house along with Ketu. This means ample energy, a lot of drive to achieve your career goals and ambitions. So, Saturn's aspect on your 10th will also give you the much needed stability. The innate patience within you will develop to take things slow, do your proper research, due diligence, and then take important career related decisions. But this is a good month where any sort of career related desire that you have can be fulfilled, whether it is changing to a new job, whether you are unemployed, getting a new job, whether you're desiring a job transfer to a new location, you're thinking about changing your career itself, thinking about starting something new. Overall, you will have good support to achieve strong progress throughout the month. If I talk about business, then the time throughout the month is looking good for your business area. Your business lord Mercury will be well placed for the most part. Saturn's aspect will be on the business house. So just make sure to again think twice before implementing any major business related decisions. Do your proper analysis, research, due diligence, and then only take important decisions. Otherwise, it can backfire because Saturn is the slowest moving planet. It wants you to succeed because it controls your 11th house of desires, of money flow, of wish fulfillment, but you need to take things a bit easy. If I talk about finance, then overall, the financial area is now looking to be quite positive moving forward. Finally, you will start to feel a relief. You will start to feel good financial stability. Money flow will be automatically coming to you. And it is up to you now to make wise and prudent investments and save for a rainy day. If I talk about health, then overall the health area is going to be good for the most part. No major issues or concerns are seen. But for those people who are elderly or who are suffering from any heart related ailments, you will need to maintain some caution this month. If I talk about love life, for single people wanting to get into a relationship, the time can be quite positive this month. So you can certainly try your luck. For those couples already in a relationship, spend some good quality moments and time with your significant other because it will be a good month for the same. In terms of marriage, for those single people wanting to get married, you wanting to tie the knot, settle down, I will say this month there will be a little bit of yoke for that between June 6 to like June 21. And if your natal chart, Mahadasha, Antardasha support that, then it could very well happen. For those married couples, the time for the most part is looking good. It will bring stability in your life. So, as long as you're loyal, honest, truthful with your spouse, you will have a very good and, happy and balanced married life. If I talk about travel in terms of short distance travel journey, the time is not looking good throughout the month. So, if you can avoid traveling too much, it will be better. In terms of long distance travel journey vacation, like to foreign countries, the time is looking quite good for the same. So, you can certainly embark on it after doing your proper planning and maybe take a friend, a trusted colleague or your family member with you if you embark on major long distance journeys or travel. Education, in terms of primary education, For students pursuing bachelor's high school, the time is going to be excellent, especially after June 6 onwards. You will make very good progress. In terms of higher education, for those students pursuing master's, PhD program, postdoc, the time is looking very auspicious throughout the month, so you can certainly embark on the same. Just do not speed and drive your vehicle, and drive with caution if you go on long road trips. If I talk about children, in terms of those women looking to conceive, the time is looking fine. There are no major afflictions to the fifth house. So overall, it is looking supportive for progeny related area. Whereas for those people having children, overall your relationship with them will start to be more smoother as the time moves forward, and overall the harmony and peace is looking to be quite good in the relationship with your children this month. So I believe I covered all the major life areas for my Pisces mean Rashi friends, and I wish you all the very best.